Good morning and welcome to the 2026 Nucinda Credit Union NMAA State Softball Tournament as the Jal Panthers take on the Lady Tigers of Raton. Today's game is brought to you by the Jal Schools, Mamacitas. Also brought to you by Panther Energy, Lasco Construction, R360, IPS Incorporated, Mike Guerin State Farm, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Iron Horse Grill, D&C Electric, Fulco Trucking, the Woolworth Community Library, and Lavelle Insurance. As we get ready for the start of this one, of course, no video allowed, but we will have the audio for you. I'm TJ Miracle. She's Dawn Morgan. As soon as we go on, they decide they are going to do the national anthem. So we'll take a timeout, come back with the starting lineups in the first pitch. This is Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
And back here at the Los Altos Softball Complex, the start of the winners bracket of the NMAA State Tournament. The Jal Lady Panthers, the number 6 seeded team against number 2 Raton. I'm TJ, she's Dawn, as we get ready for the start of this one. Beautiful morning here at Los Altos, and I'm going to go ahead and warn you now, we will probably lose the feed at some point about the 3rd, 4th inning, and we're going to have to change batteries because
there is no power.
We have no power at these fields.
It's weird. There is no electricity. Obviously, they have lights. When we say we have no power, there are no plug-ins that are provided. There are no place to plug in power to plug in things to.
The lights in the
little
electronic scoreboard are I think the scoreboard may actually be battery powered, but
maybe.
Yeah, there is no publicly or even privately accessible power at all at any of the fields here, except for the one Eunice will be on later today. So the Lady Panthers won the toss, and they are the home team for this game. Batting first is the 3rd baseman, Caden Lujan. Hitting second, playing short, Abby Darden. Batting third and pitching, Jonna Butts. In the cleanup spot will be Sauceda. She'll be catching. Batting 5th is the left fielder, Navarrete. Batting 6th and playing in right, Carrie Rodriguez. Batting 7th is the 2nd baseman, Mayrin Nieto. Batting 8th, playing first is Mayla Melanson, and batting 9th, playing center, will be Peyton Lujan. The Lady Panthers are in the gold tops with the white letters and numbers, the blue pants, and the blue visors, those of them that are wearing them. For Raton, under head coach Barksdale, 23-4 on the year. They have been consistently one of the top teams throughout the season. Going to be a tough test for Jal. Batting first will be Matarano, their shortstop. Batting second and catching, Medina. Batting third, playing center, Lemons. Batting fourth, playing first will be Chatterley. Batting 5th, playing 3rd, Quintana. Batting 6th and pitching, Middlebrook. Batting 7th is the left fielder, V. Hill. Batting 8th and playing right field will be Finelli. And batting 9th is their 2nd baseman, Marquez.
Yeah, even though Jal comes in seated lower than Raton, the number 2 seed, Jal number 6, they flipped, actually, for home and visitor. And of course, the Lady Tigers coming in at 23-4 on the season, 11-1. They won their district. Jal coming in at 16-8 on the season, 2-6 in district. They finished second, and we're ready with the first batter.
So here we go as Raton will step in to face the Lady Panthers. Matarono, the shortstop, leads it off. Raton in the gray unis with the black letters and numbers. Butts in the circle and is ready to go. So Jana looks in, gets the sign, and she will fire. And the first pitch is going to be
a ball
one.
Call strike.
Called strike,
yeah.
Okay. So a called strike one. So 0-1 the count. Butts and Sauceda, they are your battery. As Butts ready to go, the little washing machine app before the windmill, and she'll send that one in there high for ball one.
Yeah, I think it clipped the corner, but it was just a little high, and so she does have several pitches. She's just kind of warming up, getting started. We've seen 2 of them.
So the 1-1 strike count and the pitch, that one will be in the dirt for ball number 2.
Fast ball, but just a little low.
Butts, Sauceda, your battery, Melanson, Nieto, Darden, Lujan, the infield first to third, Navarrete, Lujan, and Rodriguez outfield left to right. Butts ready to go, and the 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. That one had some good late life on it, and over the top of it, Matarono swings and misses for strike number 1, or rather strike 2.
Yep,
it's
even.
Still early, and
we're even.
I'm trying to keep an eye on too many things. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count, and the pitch swung on, and that one is up into the screening.
So protecting the plate with the 2 strikes on her, and she found one to get a piece of. Jana, of course, wants to get this batter. Jal would like to just set the tone, as quickly as they can, be efficient, get outs as efficiently as they can, get in the dugout, and get their bat swinging.
2 balls, 2 strikes is the count and the wind. The pitch, and that one will be just outside for ball 3. So Matarono works the count full. Everybody playing pretty well straight up as far as positioning goes, but Navarrete very shallow out in left field. That could be trouble if somebody squares one up on Butts. So the payoff pitch swung on, and that one is popped up and out of play over our heads. So we'll reset and do 3-2 again.
So Matarono hanging tough at the plate on a full count, but Butts hanging tough in the circle as well.
So the 3-ball, 2-strike count just underway here in this winner's bracket game. Both teams will play again tomorrow. The question is, will it be in the elimination bracket? Payoff pitch, and that one down the slot. Yeah. Ringer up and center down. Matarono watches strike number 3 from Butts. And there is one gone here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, in fact, she, I think, thought that she was going to take a walk. And the umpire, as soon as she took off and out of the box, the umpire said,
looked
oh,
pretty
no.
good from here.
It did, too.
So now Medina will step in the open stance for the righty, and that one is going to miss away for ball number 1.
So 1 out, nobody on, and a 1-0 count on Medina.
So Medina settles in the Raton catcher, the open stance in the right side box. Butts will twirl and deliver. Took a little bit off of that one and
called strike.
Called strike. Yep. Okay.
He
puts it up in front of his body, so it's a little hard to see.
It is, and he says strike immediately. We can't always hear him, but he takes a minute to put that hand up.
Well, and I'm deaf, so the 1-1 pitch, that one twirls in, but is going to be high for ball number 2.
So 2-1 is the count of Medina. Lemons on deck and Chatterley in the hole.
So the 2-ball, 1-strike count to Medina. Top of the first inning. And the 2-1 swung on, and that one hit off the handle and foul in front of the dugout for the visiting Tigers. Even though Raton number 2, they did do a toss to determine who was home team.
Yeah, and that one, it was going to be probably a ball. It was a little bit high and outside. It was an off-speed pitch, not a true changeup, but an off-speed pitch. But Medina swatted at it and became a strike.
So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Butts ready to go, and she'll twirl and fire. Swung on. That one is on the ground. As Darden gets it long, cross diamond pass from short to first. Melanson stretches out and gets the speedy Medina. Good speed for a catcher. Gets her 6-3 for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in this top of the first inning.
So far, so good. That brings number 3, Paige Lemons, a center fielder, up to the plate. If she finds a way on, Chatterley's on deck and Quintana in the hole.
Winner of this game will move on to play probably Loving tomorrow morning, or rather tomorrow afternoon at noon. And Lemons going to show bunt. Not quite so sure about that, but so Lemons the center fielder now. She'll pull it back as that one will sail high and in for ball number 1.
Yeah, I've seen some of the college players actually do that when they're not really threatening to bunt. They're just posturing. I think it's kind of a mind game with the pitcher.
And the team mentioned, probably playing Loving tomorrow, the one that wins this one. And the pitch, and that one is on the outside corner. Good pitch, evens things up at 1-1. The loser of this game will move into the elimination bracket and will play the winner of the Hojo Mora game.
Hojo,
thank you.
we found that out
We did. 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to miss outside for ball 2. Yes, very nice people up at Hojo, actually. Ron Gunter was up there doing that regional last week.
And that's where Jal earned their way into the winner's bracket here today.
This Lady Panthers team, number 6, a lot of the year they were in the top 5. And the pitch swung on, and that's a line shot, and leaping for it is Darton in the hole at short and makes the grab as she leaps up, does her best Michael Jordan impersonation, and gets the line out for out number 3. It's 1-2-3 go the Lady Tigers as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Raton nothing, Jal coming to bat. This is Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
It's Jal Lady State Softball, and in the top of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Jal coming up to bat, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. It'll be Caden Lujan, followed by Abby Darden, and then Jonna Butts. That is 1-2-3 in the Lady Panthers lineup. Go ahead and set Raton up for you defensively. You have Middlebrook in the circle. Then you got Medina. That is her battery mate. Chatterley, Marquez, Medarano, and Quintana, your infield from first to third. Vigil, Lemons, and Finelli. That is the outfield from left to right. As soon as we got this one underway, I normally like to give the temperatures. It's a mostly sunny day. There are a few scattered clouds here in the Albuquerque metro, and 78 degrees at first pitch. Supposed to be not as hot as it is at home, but still plenty warm. I'm glad we've got shade.
Yeah.
I don't know that we will when we move fields for Eunice after a while. Doubleheader today. We'll have the Eunice Lady Cardinals trying to stave off elimination against Estancia. That game will be at noon over on Field 1. So Lujan will step in. That's Caden, the lefty, to lead it off for Coach Emmy Lujan. She shows bunt and then pulls it back. And now she puts it back out again as Middlebrook from the circle. The righty will twist and fire and bowls that one in for ball number 1. If we were playing a game with 10 pins, that might have been a strike. But in softball, that just means ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Left fielder V. Hill playing pretty shallow out and left for Raton, too. Just like it was for Jal, and that one will be at the top of the zone, inside corner to the lefty Lujan. Evens things up at a ball and a strike.
And as a left-handed batter, of course, she is making no motions to do a slap hit or a slap and run.
So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Middlebrook ready. She'll fire and swung on and missed. As Lujan, just a little bit antsy and mistimed that one, goes over the top of it for strike 2.
And Middlebrook showing some pretty good speed there. I got to feel like she's got even more in the tank.
So it is a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Chatterley cheating in a little bit over at first and swung on and missed as Lujan goes down swinging. Misfires on that one. So there is 1 down for the Lady Panthers. As soon as I said that, Quintana at third started charging in too. Find it a little bit interesting. They've still got the base markers in the ground behind the bases.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Markers.
And I noticed they were using one of their automated machines to put the lines out on the field this morning. That's always fun to watch.
So now it'll be Abby Darden stepping in for your Lady Panthers, and Darden will take the first pitch at the top of the zone, and it'll be a called strike 1.
Yeah, an off-speed pitch, not a true changeup, but certainly a middle-speed pitch by Middlebrook, but hitting the zone. I think Darden is a tall girl. I think that hit the letters for sure, just below.
So So a no ball, 1 strike count, and that one is going to sail on the riser and even things up at a ball and a strike.
Medina did a nice job reaching up and grabbing that, of course, with nobody on base and no problem if it got past her, but still.
So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. And now Lemon shading a little over towards the hole in left center. Corner infielders playing a little further in than I think you would normally expect. Darn ready and showing bunt and popping it up and right in front of us into the chain link. Good idea, but you got to think about pushing it down, not getting under it and pushing it up. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Don't get me started on the bunt.
It's an art, and it takes a lot of skill to lay down a really good bunt. It takes a lot of skill to deaden the ball. That's what you're doing. You're pushing it down slightly. You're going to deaden the momentum and just kill it.
And so it is a 1-2 count, swung on and missing that one, and it gets away from the catcher, and Darton is disappointedly going back to the dugout. I think she might have beaten that one out if she'd have taken off, but not paying attention, and so it's back-to-back Ks for Middlebrook.
And they go down swinging, both of them. But keep in mind, she's only had to throw maybe about 10, 11 pitches so far to these 2 batters. Jonna Butts up.
So Butts, a lefty, settles into the box. As Middlebrook ready, she settles on the first base side of the pitching rubber, and her first pitch, that's right down the slot, and will be strike 1. Not sure what was wrong with that one, but maybe Butts just wanting to see the delivery.
Right. Sometimes you just want to get an eye on it. Of course, you get yourself in trouble and put yourself in a hole when you're just taking a look at it. Always helps to swing. That you have an idea about timing at least.
1 pitch, and that one same pitch and same low, a little bit further outside, but still clips the corner, and that'll even make things no balls, 2 strikes. So the no ball, 2 strike count. No score in this one. 2 down for Jal, bottom of the first inning. And the 0-2 pitch swung on. That's a hard shot. Going to find its way through the 5-hole between third and short. Bobbled by V-Hill momentarily, but gets it in. Then dropped by Marquez. But backing her up was Finelli from right field. And it's a 2-out single to left for Jonna Butts as she smoked that one between Medrano and Quintana.
Yeah, a solid grounder, just solid. So maybe 2-out rally time for Jal. They'd like to go ahead and try to bring her in. You don't want to waste a solid hit like that, and you don't want to leave base runner out there.
So now to be Saucedo, who has to tie the shoes and get rid of the shin guards before she comes up. Of course, while we have a moment, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there on the screen. You're hearing their ads. We could not do this without their help and support. Of course, no video allowed for us, at least at the state tournament. If their preferred provider is not doing it, they would, we'll just leave it at that. But we're here, we're doing the audio, and Sauceda steps in, and the first pitch from Middlebrook will be the riser, and it'll rise out of the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, a lot of speed on that and a lot of good rise. It started rising a little early, which means it put it out of the zone by the end of it. But we'll take it because Sauceda got a look, and now she's got a 1-0 count. She's ahead so far.
Butts runs for herself at first, and the pitch. That one will be a fastball away for ball number 2. Even though you can't do the leadoff and everything in softball, a runner can still put pressure on a pitcher.
Sure.
Just by them thinking, okay, does it look like they're leaning, going to go if there's a bobble, what's going on?
And sure, in this circle, you have a whole different feel to it when you have even one runner on base.
Pitch, fastball, inside corner, and that one will miss for ball 3.
Oh, wow. I thought he was going to indicate that it was a strike, and I thought it might have hit that inside corner.
3 ball, no strike count. Butts with the 2-out single stands at first. Chatterley cheating in just a little bit over at first. So is Quintana at third. Middlebrook has what she wants from Medina and the 3-0. That one right down the slot. Takes on all the way for Coach Lujan's cleanup hitter, Sauceda.
And Middlebrook hit the zone when she had to on the 3-0 count. It's interesting. Pitchers will do that a lot. It's funny how the next pitch will more than 50% of the time be a ball.
So a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Middlebrook deals, and that one will be off the inside corner and will miss for ball 4. So a 2-out single, now a walk, and Jal threatening with Leah Navarrete to the plate. Navarrete, the left fielder for these Lady Panthers. Coach Lujan is going to send in a courtesy runner for his catcher as the hair's in the way, but it moves just enough. That's Jelena Sauceda.
Yeah, and I think it's probably Yelena or Helena, but you could be right.
Jelena
she may
Sauceda.
say Jelena, but probably Yelena.
So Navarrete will step to the plate. Just feels right having an Navarrete on the Lady Panther softball team.
Two Luhans, Navarrete, that's true. And we've been calling Jonna Butt's name for all kinds of sports for years.
I think since she was a third grader.
I know. I think she is a senior this year, though. So, yeah, good athlete.
So Jal threatens with 2 outs but 2 on here in the bottom of the first inning, and now Navarrete to the plate. She'll take the first pitch. It's a bouncer that'll be just foul down the third baseline. If that one is 2 inches further to the right, it is a run-scoring double for the Lady Panthers. As it is just kind of allowed, strike one.
I wonder if they've left the markers right behind the bag to help the umps guide, to help them see
I have a
when
feeling,
those.
I have a feeling it has to do with the robot striker.
That's right.
So
you probably need to guide on. Right. You're probably. Yeah, I think you're right. When I mentioned that they were doing the robot lining, I should have
one
thought
pitch
that.
to Navarrete, and that one will be
call strike.
Yep, right at the knees. Evens things up at a ball and a strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Actually, it's 2 because of the
no ball, 2 strikes. You're right.
The
I can't read my own handwriting, and I hate these new stupid books.
The foul ball.
Books and everything are reversed these days. So the 0-2 pitch swung on, and getting a piece of that one to stay alive. Navarrete fouls it off as it dribbles over towards the Raton dugout down the first baseline.
So 2 strikes and 2 outs, and now Jal, really the pressure is on this batter to stay alive at the plate and try to move him around and in.
Sauceda at first, Butts at second. The lefty Navarrete settles back in. Middlebrook steals in and looks in at Medina, and the pitch swung at a one that rolls in. She would have needed probably her pitching wedge for that one, and so a strikeout of the side, working around a single and a walk. So the Panthers threaten but come up empty after.
A member of this community, IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
State Farm agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of JAL Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español.
And Lady Panthers state softball action continues. In the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. We are scoreless, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. As for Raton, it will be 4, 5, and 6. Chatterley, Quintana, and Middlebrook, the middle third of their order. So the Lady Panthers handcuffed the Lady Tigers. A battle of the big cats here today. I normally like to mention that when I see things like that.
Tigers and Panthers, pretty good square off right there.
That is. So Chatterley will settle in, the first baseman, ready to go, as Butts will deal a riser that Chatterley fires underneath, and that'll be strike number 1.
She just couldn't resist. It looked a little like a watermelon coming up, but it had a little late movement on it, too.
So a no ball, 1 strike count. Butts smiles as she gets what she wants from Sauceda, and the pitch and same place and high for ball number 1.
And this time she lets it go. She's a tall girl as well.
So it'll be a 1 ball, 1 strike count, top 2. No score here in this one. The pitch, and that one down the slot. That one a little bit of an off-speed pitch, and it'll be called strike 2. Of course, one thing, Jal, the number 6 team, we were going to mention this earlier, and then, play got in the way, but they play in, without a doubt, the toughest district in the state.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a battle-tested team, and the pitch swung on, and that one takes it out into right center field on the run. Not able to get to it is Lujan. Rodriguez backing her up, will toss it in, but it'll be a single to right field for Chatterley. And so now Raton going to try and start the line moving.
And that was a high outside pitch that she apparently, that's her jam, because she went for it and missed it once, and she went for it and had solid contact and got a hit on it with it.
So now it'll be Quintana with a red, white, and blue bat. Looks like the Bomb Pop ice cream treats. And the third baseman going to show bunt with a runner at first, and she'll kind of cue shot at that one for ball or strike number one. That would have been a ball all the way, but hey, that gives her a strike. I'm a little surprised that Coach Barksdale is having his third baseman and number 5 hitter bunt. That's normally not something you'd see. Your 3, 4, 5 are generally your biggest and best 3 hitters, and that's kind of taking the bat out of their hand.
I
realize playing the strategy.
Right, yeah, he's playing a little small ball, trying to at least get a first run on the board, and maybe trying to force Jal into some mistakes.
Shows bunt, and she will kind of poke at that one again too, and same result. Foul over next to the Raton dugout, and they're going to say that she stepped out of the box.
Ooh.
And what that means is that she is not used to bunting and squared around out of the box. So out of the box.
Which counts
out number 1.
Yep, which counts as a strike, or you're.
Well, no, actually, that's an
automatic out. But with this, she would have been out anyway with that been 2 strikes on her. So. But
now it'll be Middlebrook.
It
was just 1 strike when she made contact, and so the pitch, and that one will be high for ball number 1 to Middlebrook. Yeah,
a lot of people say, well, you step out of the box a lot. Well, if you make contact with the bat and your foot's out of the box, you're out as a batter.
Yes, and that's what happened there on strike. That would have been strike 2.
And that goes whether you're bunting or not.
Yes, that is true. So as Middlebrook settles in, pitcher-on-pitcher duel, and that one will be at the top of the zone. Snap throw down to first, but a bad throw as Melanson can't handle it. Backing it up, Rodriguez, the throw to second. Going to get away from Nieto, and it'll keep rolling. But fortunately, Navarrete on the run gets it in front of the Jal dugout and will hold Chatterley to second, but she'll move over on the E2 as that one came out of the hand funny of Melanson, or rather of Sauceda. Nothing Melanson can do about it. And so a mental error. This one may come down to who makes the fewest errors, and that's the first of the game. And now Raton with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and a physical error as well, and not just a thinking error, but a physical error on the throw.
So the 2-ball, no strike count as Butts will deal, and that fastball will come inside for ball number 3. So the lefty senior in a hole here to her counterpart, Middlebrook, as Coach Barksdale comes over and says, I have a feeling she's probably got the green to go if she gets a watermelon. And the 3-0 pitch up and in, ball 4. And so now runners at first and second, and Raton threatening with just 1 out. And it'll be Soraya V. Hill, the left fielder, to the plate.
And that's the first walk issued in the game so far.
And we will have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. So putting a little Herrera.
Number 17, yes. That is Kennedy Herrera.
So Herrera, the courtesy runner for the pitcher. You're allowed to do that in high school baseball and softball.
Pitcher and catcher can get the courtesy runner. I noticed Jonna Butts, when she got on base, she did not. She was doing her own base running, at least in that at bat.
She did. So V. Hill will settle in as Butts ready to go. Rocks back, fires, and that one will be high for ball number 1. All of a sudden, Butts having a little bit of trouble finding the zone.
Yeah, she took a little speed off of that. She may want to think about just throwing her, getting her groove back. Sometimes as a pitcher, a lot of times your go-to pitch is going to be your fastball, and when you got the yips a little bit, you go right back to it just to get your reset.
1-0 pitch, fastball, and that one will be away for ball number 2.
It was closer, though, to the zone, so let's hope she's dialing it in.
So 6 straight balls now for Jonna Butts. And it's a 2-0 count to V. Hill at the plate. Runners at first and second. Pitch swung on, that one hit off the fists and foul out of play behind the Raton dugout.
Did that hit the top of the fence or the top of the barrier? I don't know.
It might have. I don't think it did.
I couldn't tell. It looked like
really
a movement
tell. I've got a pole right there in my way, but
out of play either way.
Either way, so a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Butts will fire, and that one will be in the dirt. Nice job by Sauceda to collect that one, ball number 3. So you've got Herrera at first, running for Middlebrook, Chatterley at second. And just 1 down, the Raton Lady Tigers, showing why they are the number 4 team in the state with a 23-4 record coming into this one. 3-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot. Nieto at second will tags the runner, but the ball comes out of her glove. And so that'll be an E4 that will score the run. It'll be a fielder's choice for V. Hill. And then Chatterley will score on the second Jal error of the inning, the
And
E4.
there is going to be a question, and a lot of fans are asking the same thing to coaches about some runner interference on that. And let's see what the umps say. I think they may be sending the runner back, and we'll see what they say.
Yep, they are going to send Chatterley back, but they are going to say no runner interference. And so that'll load the bases up as V. Hill will reach on the fielder's choice. And that'll be Herrera moving to second on the E4, but no run scores, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, they can take the run back.
So now there's a question as to where everybody should be, and I think Coach Barksdale asking where everybody should be.
He's saying second base. The home plate ump came over here to talk to the official scorekeeper to indicate what he was doing, and he sends Chatterley back to second.
I'm not sure how Chatterley could be at second, and we could only have one out.
Yeah, well, I think that they did
call
an out.
Herrera out?
They did call an out.
So I'm thinking they call Herrera out.
Yeah, because Herrera is not
on the base paths.
That's right.
Well, no, yeah, Herrera's not out there, so they have to have called runner interference.
Right.
For out number 2. So V. Hill at first. This is confusing. Chatterley at second, 2 down, and now Finelli to the plate. The first pitch to Finelli will miss low for ball number 1. So that'll wipe the error off of the board, which is a good thing. So still just one error this inning, and no run has come across. Trying to sort this out. Big deep breath for Butts as she actually shakes off Sauceda a couple of times. Now the washing machine, then the windmill, and a pop-up over towards first. Melanson easily with it right in front of the bag. Gets the pop out for out number 3. So a pop out to 3 as Raton threatens but comes up empty. We've played an inning and a half. No score in this winner's bracket semifinal from Albuquerque. Lady Panther softball back in a minute.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Back to Lady Panther State softball, and in the top of the second inning, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, and we are still scoreless with the call. Here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much as Kerry Rodriguez will step in. So Rodriguez, the lefty hitting right fielder, will take the first one as it rolls in and then back to the screen for ball 1. A runner interference call bailed Jal out in a big way in the top of the second inning.
Big sigh of relief. I heard one of the Jal fans behind me when that all happened say, yeah, we'll take it, we'll take it. No, you wipe the run off and nobody scores. Yeah, Jal will take it.
Yes, they will. And showing bunt and just kind of weakly waving at it is Rodriguez. The count evens up at a ball and a strike. Rodriguez, Nieto, Melanson, 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Panthers. As Lemons is well over into the gap in right center and only playing about halfway back as Middlebrook gets rid of the face mask. I thought the pitchers were required to have those now, but maybe not, at least in the high school game.
Yeah, I think it is still optional.
So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count as Middlebrook gets rid of the face mask, stares in. Medina sets up inside and the pitch, and that one will float outside for ball number 2, so a 2-1 count. As the chatter coming out of the Jal dugout, no score in this one, bottom of the second inning. Winner will move on to play probably Loving tomorrow afternoon at noon. And the 2-1, and that one just kind of an oopsie, excuse me, kind of bunt right back to the pitcher. Middlebrook with it as Chatterley will stretch out and grab it. Good speed for Rodriguez, but that was the most accidental bunt I think I have ever seen. So 1-3 for out number one is Rodriguez. I couldn't tell if she was ducking out of the way or trying to pull the bat back. Or
I think she was trying to.
The ball hits it at the top of the bat and goes right back to the pitcher.
I think she was trying to bunt, and she just went for a high one, went where the ball was to try to guide it and popped it up.
So now the second baseman, Nieto, to the plate. Middlebrook ready to go, and she'll deal her first pitch. Fastball inside corner. Nice pitch, strike one.
Yeah, very nice pitch. It's straight up, and again, it's a middle speed pitch. Had plenty of heat on it, but I really get the feeling that Middlebrook has a whole lot of power and can really unleash some heat when she wants to.
Medina over the middle of the plate. Middlebrook will deal, and that one is right down the slot for a called strike two. A little bit interesting with her power as Coach Barksdale has basically his outfield shifted a little bit. So if you could, with that much power, especially to a right-handed batter, there is a huge gap out in right field.
Yeah, between right and center.
So the wind, and that one going to roll in, ball three in between
where
the right fielder's playing
and the foul line. Yeah, exactly. Big gaps,
both sides. I say that as Finelli moves about 3 steps back over there, but there's still a huge gap in the alley in right center. They have put up temporary fencing to make it 200 feet all the way around here, which is nice. I don't think they did that last year. And the 2-1 swung on and missed. And that'll be strike number 3, fourth K of the ball game for Middlebrook. And now it'll be Melanson to the plate.
I think all 4 of Jal's batters who have struck out have gone down swinging, though.
That's what my notes indicate. So Melanson, the Lady Panther first baseman, will settle in as Middlebrook retakes the rubber in the circle. Has the sign she wants. She'll rock and fire, and that one going to roll in and actually bounce off the plate.
Yeah.
Ball number 1.
I could see that. It slipped out of her hand. I could see that, she missed her release point right there as it got by her hip. In fact, it might have hit her hip a little bit, but just missed the point, rolls it in. That's a good thing for Melanson.
Infield playing pretty well straight up. Quintana cheating in just a little over at third. A little more than you would normally see. Aforementioned Lemons in center, shading over towards the alley in left center. As Middlebrook will fire, that riser is going to rise out of the zone for ball 2, pardon me.
Melanson, a tall girl, but not quite tall enough for that to have been a strike.
I'm not sure that would have been a strike on, Shaquille O'Neal. So a 2-ball, no strike count. Kid Shaquille was a very large, very tall man who played basketball. And the 2-0 pitch, and that one will be right at the knees, inside corner. Good pitch. That'll be strike 1.
If Melanson finds her way on, Lujan, that is Peyton, is on deck. And then we go back up to the top of the order to Caitlin Lujan.
Well, Melanson back in, kind of taps the toes. Bending over at the waist, Middlebrook ready. The windmill wind and the pitch swung on. That'll be a chopper. Gets over the glove of Middlebrook, but right to the second baseman, Marquez, who will fire it over to Chatterley after one pump, but plenty of time over there. 4-3 for out number 3. The Lady Panthers go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We go to the third. No score here in this winner's bracket semifinal matchup between Jal and Raton here on Jal Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Kicks 103 Facebook page.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation, electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
In a small town like Jal, New Mexico, it's great to know that families, businesses, co-workers, and kids all take pride in their school and community, just like they do at Fulco Trucking. Owners Rowdy and Bridget are proud of their Jal Panthers, and they wish them great success today and in all future adventures. Fulco Trucking, your source for water hauling and steam washing. Call 575-395-3178. Fulco Trucking, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lady Panthers State Softball. As there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third, still scoreless, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn. It'll be 9-1-2. That is Marquez Matarano and Medina due up for Raton. Jonna Butts still in the circle for the Lady Panthers. No score in this one. Each team with one hit through the first 2 innings of play.
And 2 runners left on for Jal, and 2 runners left on for the Lady Tigers as well.
And of course, we mentioned earlier, Jal, the number 6 team in the state, in the 16-8 record, maybe just a bit deceiving. As Butts ready to go, and she will deal right down the slot to Marquez, strike 1. Yeah, when you're in the same district as Loving, I mean, for years you could pretty much just pencil in Loving Jal for the 1A, 2A state championship in softball. I don't know how many of those we called over the years. And the 0-1 pitch, and took something off of that one, but it is high. And evens the count at 1-1. Eunice, no slouch. Texaco maybe a bit rebuilding this year, but still incredibly tough. So there is, other than maybe Loving and Eunice, there's not another team that's as battle-tested as these Lady Panthers. That one sails high for ball 2. Point is, when you play tough competition, it may ding your record, but it gets you ready for situations like this.
Yes, and it also looks a little more lopsided on paper than it really is when the 2 teams meet each other on the field.
And the 2-1 pitch, the lefty deals, and that one going to be popped up over on the left side of the infield as Darden waves everybody off and puts the glove up. 2 hands next time, young lady, but controls it for out number 1.
And that brings us to the top of the order. Now 1, 2, 3, although Jal would like to make it just 1 and 2.
They would. Matarano, a strikeout victim her first time up. So the Lady Tiger shortstop settles in as Butts ready, and the lefty deals high for ball number 1.
And Matarano had a long at-bat before she finally struck out. She worked a full count and hit and fouled off a couple before she got sent down looking on that 3rd pitch.
Butts deals the 1-0, and that one hit high in the air to deep center field. Going back is Lujan at the wall and makes the grab.
Wow.
If Lujan is not right up against the wall on that one is out of here. She pretty much just robbed a bomb, but a great job as she got a good jump on that one and tracked it well off the bat, so it winds up just being a long fly out to center for 2 away.
Matarano gave it a ride and a try, but came up just a little bit short. Nice catch out there, and no wind to speak of so far.
First pitch to Medina, and that one is right down the slot for strike 1 with the fastball. Medina grounded out to Darden her last time up. So she is 0 for 1. The lefty Butts deal swung on. That's a line shot over the head of a leaping Melanson out into right field. Quickly to it. Rodriguez with good speed will relay it in, but it'll hold Medina to the 1-out single right down the line in right.
And really good basics. Rodriguez came in on it, made the grab, made a great throw immediately, and she threw to second base, which is really good. That was the cutoff point. Instead of throwing it to first, maybe missing and maybe giving the runner a chance to grab a second base. So good basics for Jal.
So now it'll be Paige Lemons to the plate. Lemons with a rocket shot that Darden stole from her. Back in the first, 0 for 1. She shows bunt. Didn't think that was going to happen. And a bouncer to Lujan at third. Cross court cross diamond to Melanson. Easy enough. 5-3 on a strong throw for out number 3. So a 2-out single comes to naught for Raton. After 2.5, no score in this one. Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball. Back in a minute.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
And welcome back to Lady Panthers State Softball action. In the top of the 3rd inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, still scoreless in this one. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn. It will be 9-1-2. Lujan and Darden due up for the Lady Panthers with no score yet in this one. And we talked about this earlier. You just kind of get the feeling that this may come down to whoever makes the fewest mistakes. Jal got away with an error earlier, but now need to see if they can force some pressure and maybe get a little pressure and get an error or two on Raton to get some run. And the first pitch to Peyton is going to be low for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. That's Peyton Lujan at the plate.
This is her first plate appearance in this game.
Jimmy looking over in the dugout and sends something out to Peyton, and the pitch to Peyton will be on the outside corner, and that will even things up at a ball and a strike. So good pitch there from Lujan. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Notice they have made some folks take cameras down over on the right side of things.
And they're currently looking for whatever Jal person put up the game
1-1,
changer.
and that one will be in there for called strike 1. I did hear actually from somebody at the NMAA earlier that said if they agreed to pay them a very large fee, they would allow them to keep it up. But that is a private channel, so that's not available for no money. And the pitch to Peyton is on the inside corner, called strike 3. Lujan will watch it. That'll be the 5th K of the ball game for Middlebrook. First one looking for the Lady Panthers as that'll turn it over to Caden Lujan. So back-to-back lefties, last name Lujan. This time it'll be Caden 0 for 1, struck out swinging to lead things off. And so Lujan readies. Middlebrook bends over, gets the sign, and the first pitch, that's on the inside corner, deals the strike 1.
I will say this ump has been pretty consistent about his calls. He's careful on the corners, inside and out, but he's been pretty reliable, I think, according to the strike zone for each girl.
Yeah, he has been. So Lujan will show bunt, and she'll push that one foul, actually pop it up foul back into the screen for strike 2. My guess is we will not be seeing a bunt this time.
Nope, 2 strikes, and if you bunt and it goes foul, you're out.
Abby Darden waits on deck, then John Abutz. So now Lujan going to have to go in plate protection mode. Corner infielders are in. Middle infielders are back for Raton. And the 0-2, that one going to roll in for ball number 1. I don't know, that one came out of the hand kind of funny on Middlebrook.
Yeah, occasionally. She has done that 2 or 3 times now, and sometimes it just happens. You miss your release point. Something happens with the mechanics on your hand, and you just lose it. So
a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Caden Lujan with 1 down, and the pitch gets a piece of it to stay alive. So good job. I don't know, she just clinked that one, I guess, right above the hands, but stays alive.
Right.
I don't know how she got a piece of that one, but she did.
Protecting the plate. She hit just underneath it, spun it back, and you were right, it was very close in on her hands.
So a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 1 down. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, still no score in this semifinal winners bracket matchup as that one over the heads of everybody and out of play. So Caden will stay alive, 1-2. And it's interesting, Lemons is shading even more into the alley now. And every half inning, she just seems to take another 3 or 4 steps.
Right.
You could literally have a NASCAR race between
where she is,
between where she is and where the right fielder is.
And the
That's turn 3 at Daytona
the alley as well.
As that one's up into the screen, so Lujan stays alive. Yeah, like I said, that's turn 3 at Daytona.
Hanging tough at the plate here, as you know, Jal desperately needs a base runner, needs to move him around and in. They left a couple on, and now it's time to make something happen. Getting toward the middle of the game, still scoreless, so it's kind of coming down to whoever can score 1 or 2 may win.
The pitch, that one right down, just inside for ball 2. That one was
dangerously close.
That was dangerously close.
I think so too.
I mean, we're off to the down the 3rd baseline just a little bit, so we can tell up down pretty easy, and we can get a pretty good idea on the plate.
We can. We're not that far. We're behind the backstop, behind the pitcher catcher, but just to the left a little bit.
2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a slow roller handled on the bounce by Meterano, and then over to Chatterley, who has to stretch out down the line at first, but stays out of the way of the runner Lujan and makes the grab. 5-3, and there is 2 down now with Abby Darden to the plate.
5-3 or 6-3? I thought it was shortstop. Nope. I thought it was shortstop, 6-3.
Was it Medrano? Yeah, you're right. It was 6-3.
Yeah. But now 2 outs, and Jal wanting to get a 2-out rally going here in the form of Darden at the plate.
So Darden will take the first pitch as that one rolls in. What did we say, Middlebrook? I didn't think we said anything bad. She basically threw that one at us. Strike or ball one.
Yeah, it hit the backstop right in front of us. Let's see, Darden struck out her last time up. This is her second plate appearance.
So Darden, the righty. It's the back elbow up. Middlebrook has her sign from Medina. She'll twirl and fire, and that one will be low and in for ball number 2. So the
Jal
ball, no strike count.
Jal would like to find another gear here in this top of the third inning. Try to give Butts a chance and Saucedo a chance to bring a runner in, move around, to get up on the board. Goose eggs right now. It's been that way too long.
And the pitch, and that one right on the inside corner at the knees, called strike one. Doubleheader today from here at Los Altos Sports Complex. Eunice Estancia coming up around noon from over at field number 1. We are at field number 3. 2-1 pitch from Middlebrook comes in, and that one swung on. That's a ground shot that's going to be bobbled by Medrano. Gets it, fires it across, and throws it away as that one will skinner on down the line at right. Finelli comes up with it and tries to relay it in, but not in time, and so Darden will reach on the E6. So we talked about the errors. Now each team with an error, and Darden stands at second in scoring position with Butts a golden opportunity to help her own cause here.
Yeah, and it is an E6, but I have to say that ball was hit pretty deep, and I'm not sure that a throw would have gotten her anyway. I think that she was on track to beat the throw out, even if the throw had been wide and bad, and it was.
So the E6, and that'll bring Butts to the plate. She singled to left her last time up. Middlebrook fires, and that one will miss outside for ball one. Would be inside to a righty, but Butts hits lefty.
So now a runner in scoring position, and we said it, but Jal has made it true. A little 2-out rally, and let's see if they can complete that rally.
Medina sets up. Middlebrook fires. The riser is out of the zone. Ball 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. Lady Panthers, Lady Tigers. Winner plays the Lady Falcons. Tomorrow at noon. So the 2-0 count. Standing up is Medina, now back into the crouch. Middlebrook deals. Fastball and framed up nicely. And that will be a called strike.
Yeah, Medina left it there for the but I have
not a lot of movement in it, too, and I think that helps.
I think, but I think that it was on the edge. I think it was on the corner, and a good call.
And the pitch, that one is hit with authority, but foul over the Jal dugout. So that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. 2 down, runner at second is Darden, reaching via the error. Whether you want to make it a fielding error or a throwing error. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch to Butts, that one going to roll in, and so that'll run the count full to Butts. And looking back over my notes, this will be the first full count that Middlebrook has allowed. Butts with the open stance from the left side box. 3-2 the count. Middlebrook moves slightly towards the middle of the rubber this time. Medina sets up on the outside. Payoff pitch swung on high in the air out to left field. Going back, a little bit of a stumble and not able to get to it is V. Hill as that one goes all the way to the wall. It is a 2-out RBI double for Jonna Butts to the wall in left. And the Lady Panthers have taken the 1-0 lead, taking advantage of the error.
That's right. And so any way you sliced it, the base runner with 2 outs was it was a good thing. And being able to move over to second and then to be able to make it in on a well-hit ball out in left field. And again, she did a good job just to get to it. I'm not sure if she had had more time to get behind it, turn her glove over, that might have been a catch. And Jal might
be. She kind of stumbled out.
She did.
Kind of stumbled coming out of the blocks a little bit too. It's not an error, but
no. And these are natural surface fields, so that means grass in the outfield, but it also means maybe a few uneven places out there as well.
And I saw some reviews about this place from a couple years ago that complained about the prairie dogs, and there's a prairie dog town across the highway. As Sauceda steps in, she walked and was left stranded her last time up, and that will be strike number 1. Sauceda, the catcher, slightly open stance, butts at second after the RBI double. Jal leads 1-0. Pitch fastball, and that one's going to come just inside and even things up at a ball and a strike. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Runner in scoring position. Jal would like to just keep the line moving here if they can. They indeed launched the 2-out rally, and they're on the board first.
And that one sails high for ball number 2. Yeah, they'd love another crack at the Loving Lady Falcons tomorrow afternoon.
You bet. And being in the winner's bracket, it's going to take 2 to knock them out and send them home. So even if they were to win this one, lose that one, they're still in it.
And it also makes it a much easier time for the elimination bracket should Loving do what Loving does. Swung on, and that one gets away from the catcher, and with the passed ball, that's going to let Butts move over to third. It was a swing and a miss, so the count evens up at 2-2. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count, but now 60 feet away from putting a crooked number on the board. Lady Panthers leading this one 1-0. So now a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Sauceda. Middlebrook has what she wants from Medina, deals the 2-2. That one going to roll in and bounce. Nice job by Medina to block that one out. And so for the second consecutive batter, things are full in the count.
And you're right. That was a good observation because the last batter that was the first that I had indication of full count. First batter to be taken to a full count, at least Jal batter.
And the ump's going to have a word with each other about something. Not sure what that was all about, but. And so it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Sauceda, the Lady Panther catcher, settles back in. Middlebrook ready, butts at third. Middlebrook will deal, and that one will be inside, ball 4. So that'll be the second walk that Sauceda has earned, second walk that Middlebrook has given up. Now it'll be Navarrette's turn with Lady Panthers at the corners. Sauceda on to run for Sauceda. So that makes my bookkeeping much easier, or at least much more readable.
Right, same name, at least last name.
So now Aaliyah Navarrete to the plate. Runners at the corners, good speed over at first with Sauceda. So now the lefty Navarrete to the plate. Slightly split hand grip. And that one going to sail as Medina has to climb the ladder to grab that one and does, and saves a run, ball 1.
And I'm seeing several. It's funny that you mentioned that because I had taken note and hadn't said anything yet. Several of the Jal batters have that. So it may be that they're finding a lot of batting coaches will think that you have more control over the bat that way. But it can slow your swing down.
1-0 pitch swung on, and that'll be a slow roller. Medrano bobbles it, tosses it over to second, and it is in time to get the force on Sauceda. 6-4. 4 out number 3, the fielder's choice for Navarrete. But the Lady Panthers strike first. We head to the 4th. Jal 1 and Raton nothing. Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball back in a minute.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
And welcome back to Lady Panther State softball action. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. And we're going to go to the next inning. And now we are not scoreless anymore. 1-0 Jal leading. And with the call, here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much. Middle third of the lineup, due up for Raton, Chatterley, Quintana, and Middlebrook. This is probably the part of the lineup where they feel pretty much the most confident in being able to maybe scratch that run back, as Chatterley reaching, actually singling last time, then moving over on a Jal error. So she is 1 for 1. And the Lady Panthers going to continue to try and shut down the Lady Panthers. This Lady Panthers team has put up a lot of runs. They're averaging something like 12 runs a game.
It's a very tight, very close game, pretty well matched offensively and defensively here. So it'll be interesting to see how long this lead can last.
Still in the circle, and the first pitch swung on and missed as Chatterley kind of hacked at that one. Wasn't really a good, smooth, straight swing. It was more of a hack.
And a slow one at
strike
that.
one.
Yeah, kind of a slow, it's a slow motion swing, slow-mo almost.
If he'd have made connection with it, it would have been a chopper probably to the left side. 0-1 delivery swung on, and that one is heading over our heads and into the park. So Butts quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes on Chatterley.
Chatterley kind of did the same thing. She jumped out, got a couple of strikes on her last at-bat, and then she smoked a nice long single that almost went out of the park.
Corner infielders in, middle infielders back just a little bit, and the 0-2 pitch swung on, popped up over on the right side. Giving chase is Rodriguez, and on the run, makes it, turns it over, leans over, stretches out as far as she can go on the run, and makes the highlight reel catch in right.
Definitely. I was about to say, that's a highlight reel catch right there, and one of the highlights of the game so far.
Rodriguez with extreme speed out there, needed every ounce of it. And so now it'll be Quintana to the plate. She was out as she stepped out of the box on a bunt attempt last time. I will admit I like the bomb pop bat, though. First pitch to Quintana, and that one's going to rise out of the zone for ball 1.
You know, we were talking about...
we may have a bomb pop after this. I may have to find one. Surely there's one somewhere in Albuquerque.
Making you hungry for that, or?
Yeah, kind of. I'm going to wait until it's like 110 degrees, and the pitch, riser out of the zone, ball 2.
I kind of look at it as patriotic. You thought a bomb pop. I thought flag. I thought patriotic, red, white, blue when I saw it.
Well, it is the 250th anniversary of our beloved country. July the 4th, the official birthday. Jana, the big smile. She knows that one slipped on her a minute ago, and she'll deal that one at the knees. But, well, they're going to say, I guess, maybe just a little low and in for ball number 3. So a 3-ball, no strike count to Quintana. Is the righty hitting Lady Tigers third baseman. Everybody playing straight up in the fields. And that one will be high for ball 4. So that'll be the first walk issued by Butts in the ball game.
Actually, she walked Middlebrook.
Yes, that's right.
In the second inning. But then Middlebrook, the runner from Middlebrook got thrown out at second, so it didn't end up hurting Jal.
I would have realized that when I mentioned it here in a minute. So, yeah, Middlebrook walked her last time up, and then her courtesy runner was out on runner interference on a play, which saved a run for the Lady Panthers. As now Emmy Lujan comes out. Emmy comes out and wants to talk to his pitcher and his infielder and just make sure that everybody stays on the same page.
Well, he's looking at the potential tying run on first and the potential go-ahead run at the plate. And with such a tight, close ball game, I mean, a 1-0 score might win it in this one if Jal, doesn't have any more offensive production, but they can hold. Then I think he's reminding everybody about that. You got to hold him. Got to hold him because we're not going to fold him.
So showing bunt is Middlebrook. She leans out and holds the bat almost like a saber defensively. Runner is well off the bag, and I think if Sauceda doesn't hesitate before she snaps it down, she burns down Quintana, who got caught kind of in no woman's land out there, but a little bit of hesitation on the throw, and it is ball 1 at the plate. And again, Middlebrook holding that thing like a sword defensively, trying to bunt it, and the pitch, and that one will be called strike 1. And another case of Sauceda has Quintana dead to rights, but hesitates before she fires. And so lets Quintana stay safe at first. And that's exactly what
Coach Lujan is saying. That's right.
Don't give her time to get shifted back around.
Right, to go for the jugular here, It's state softball action.
And that's the right call. So now Middlebrook going to show she's swinging away, and that one will rise high. And now another throw down. Still a little hesitation. Not as much that time. Quintana was not caught nearly as far off. It's ball 2 at the plate to Middlebrook. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count as both teams kind of trying to get the chess match moving here. One out, one on, a 1-0 lead for Jal. Raton batting, and that'll be a slow roller. Having to charge it is Darden. She takes the throw over to first. Good thing Melanson is tall because she has to stretch up to grab that one for out number 2. So Middlebrook will be out 6-3 for out number 2. It will allow Quintana to move over to second, but really as slow as that one was, it acted. It wasn't really a bunt. It wasn't even really a swinging bunt, just that slow roller. Darden made the only play she could.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. So pretty, again, solid mechanics and a good fielding choice there. And now 2 outs, even though the runner is in scoring position on second. It was a trade-off and a smart trade, I guess.
V. Hill, who reached on a fielder's choice and was left stranded, and often throw it somewhere and get her in the rundown. Ball 1 to V. Hill. Literally Quintana was 30 feet between the bags, which is halfway between the bases in softball.
Yeah, she was close to it.
And the pitch, that one will be in the dirt, and she will run in the throw down as charging out is Lujan, as just having to run for her life. Quintana gets back. Nieto was over there, and Melanson was backing her up. Nothing was getting past if a throw went wild.
Well,
and it's ball 2 at the plate to V. Hill.
Coach Barksdale, even with 2 outs, is willing to try to catch Jalen throwing errors.
2-0 pitch, and that one will be right back up the middle and through the 5-hole on Butts, out into center field. Lujan with it will toss it in, but not in time to get the run, and so the hard shot right back up the middle. Then an error on the throw will allow the runner, that's V. Hill. She's heading to third, and the throw over, no good. So it'll be an RBI single up the middle for V. Hill, which will cash in Quintana, and then it'll be a throwing error, an E2, the second error, which will allow V. Hill to go all the way to third, and we got a new ball game tied at 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Wow, and again, that's what happens. That runner on second. See how important that was. That runner was able to be safe at second and to be in scoring position.
So now Finelli, who popped out to Melanson, will take the first pitch at the top of the zone, but it is high for ball 1.
And all of a sudden, you can hear behind us the stands came alive with that. The Raton fans who are here are pretty quiet up until that point. Wow.
And the 1-0, that's a chopper, and leaping up is Lujan at third. The long throw to Melanson, and Melanson drops it, gets away. That'll score a run on the E3, and that will let Finelli move to second. So no RBI awarded, and an E3 in the third error in the game on Jal puts Raton up by a score of 2-1.
Wow.
What should have been an inning ender, Melanson just drops the ball. It was a little high, but she should have been able to control that one. So now you got to put it behind you if you're the Lady Panthers, and you're playing from behind with Marquez, the number 9 hitter, to the plate for Raton.
And what you can do is take some solace in the fact there are 2 outs, but Raton has been able to do all this damage with the 2 outs. So
because of the errors, only one of those runs is earned. And the first pitch to Marquez, that one is at the top and out of the zone for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike count. Raton's not the number 2 team in the state for nothing.
Nope.
And even though probably haven't played quite as tough a schedule as Jal, they are still a very tough team. That one going to sail high for ball number 2.
So 2 outs if Jal just remembers to try to work this third out, just settle down, calm down a bit, work the third out without giving up any more. They're still just 1 run down.
2-0 pitch right down the slot. Throw down to third. Lujan handles it easily, and scampering back to second is Finelli. So it's wow, they called that ball 3?
Yep.
All right, I thought for sure that was a strike. So a 3 ball, no strike count. Butts has the sign she wants, and she'll deal, and that one will be inside. Ball 4, third walk issued by Butts as the Lady Panthers right now trying to keep the wheels from falling off as it turns back over to the top of the lineup with Materano. Materano flew out to center an inning ago.
And struck out her first time, so she is 0 for 2.
And you hope not do if you're a Lady Panthers fan. That one will be out of the zone high for ball number 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. Runner at first is Marquez. Runner at second, Finelli.
If
Coach Barksdale comes over and says, "This one's you."
Materano finds her way on, Medina's on deck, Lemons in the hole.
1-0 pitch swung on. That one will be popped up over on the right side. Easily to it, putting the glove up. Two hands next time, young lady, as Nieto will glove it for out number 3. But the damage is done as 2 runs come across for the Raton Lady Tigers. At the halfway mark of this one, it is Raton 2, Jal 1, Lady Panther softball. Back in a minute.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jal, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Welcome back to Lady Panthers state softball action. There were 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors committed, 2 left on base, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Raton leading 2-1, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle. TJ Miracle, sorry, you were getting some questions, I guess, by the official scorekeeper.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that we had 2-1 too.
Yep, 2-1.
So it'll be Rodriguez, Nieto, and Melanson. Now Jal playing from the hole. 2-1 is the score. The errors come back to bite the Lady Panthers. So Rodriguez, who grounded out to the pitcher her last time up, will try and lead the charge for the ladies, and she'll take the first pitch and pop it up left side, foul. It bounces off the screen in front of the Jal dugout for strike number 1.
Yeah, and this is just her second plate appearance. I mean, that shows you how tight the game has been, because we're here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and we're just now getting through, second time through the lineup, you know, for Raton.
We are, so it's a no ball, 1 strike count to Rodriguez. A lot of lefties in this Lady Panther lineup. She'll show bunt and pop that one up straight back and bounces off the screen. So now Rodriguez down to the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Outfield is playing kind of a zigzag pattern. You got V. Hill deep and pretty well normal positioning in left field. You got Lemons playing about almost like a shortstop out in center, and then you got Finelli playing pretty much normal out in right. Pitch to Rodriguez as she waves, kind of swats at strike 3, swing and a miss. That'll be the 6th K of the ball game for Middlebrook, and now Nieto to the plate, who's 0 for 1.
Yep, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks issued by Middlebrook so far. No hit by pitches.
Nieto, who 0 for 1, a strikeout victim her last time up. She's ready to go, as Middlebrook has the sign from Medina. And she will deal, and swung on and fouled off and right to the chest protector of the ump. He kind of smiles and shakes it off. Strike number 1.
It wasn't too hard as those ricochets go.
Yeah, Middlebrook, pretty much a normal windmill-style pitcher like she'd see, but she starts her delivery bent over at the waist, almost looking in.
Very much like a big league baseball pitcher.
Almost, yeah. Good observation. The rising fastball, Nieto waves at strike number 2. Again, you want to win this, take on Loving tomorrow afternoon. If you lose, you're taking on either Hojo or Mora tomorrow at 9:30. No ball, 2 strike count to Nieto. No matter what happens, the Lady Panthers not done today, and that one popped up but out of play. So the count stays 0-2 as Nieto gets a piece of a pretty good rising fastball to stay alive.
Right. The way it was set up, just the one game for each team today, starting at noon or thereabouts. Eunice will be playing game today. They're in the consolation bracket, though.
Yeah, the elimination bracket, win or go home for Eunice. Pitch to Nieto, popped up over on the left side. That one could be playable. Middlebrook comes in and calls off Medina and makes the grab in foul ground just in front of the Jal bleachers. So they pop out to the pitcher, 2 up, 2 down for the Lady Panthers here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they were able to get their run that they put on the board in their at bat in the third inning, they were able to do that on a 2-out rally. So they've got 2 outs, and now it's time to get down to business, and they can do that with Melanson up to the plate.
Now Melanson to the plate. Grounded out, a hard grounder to Marquez. Back to in the second. And the Lady Panther first baseman takes the first pitch on the inside corner at the knees. Strike one.
And if she finds her way on, it'll be Peyton Lujan up next, and then back to the top of the order for Jal.
And so it's an
0-1 count.
1 count, and the pitch rolls in, evens things up at a ball and a strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lady Panthers trail this one by a score of 2-1. Very competitive ball game, as you would expect. Middlebrook has kind of slowed her pace down just a little bit. But now she is ready to go. And check swing, but Melanson holds it up. They appeal down to the first base umpire, and he says, nope, she held on to it. So that'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. So the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Lady Panthers won the toss and are the home team. I know it's showing up different than that on the bug. Thank you for adjusting that, by the way.
Yeah, I got it.
I know you do. And the 2-1, that'll roll in for ball 3. Interestingly enough, all the Jal's pressure that they've put on with 2 outs against this squad. They've gone 2 up, 2 down through the first 4 innings. So let's see if they can get something going with 2 outs here in Melanson at the plate. Ahead in the count, 3-1. Middlebrook deals, swung on. That's a line shot over the head of Chatterley. Threw up the glove, but not nearly in enough time. That one was screaming.
It was a
out to
smoker.
right.
It was a smoking line drive over the first baseman, and she's a tall drink of water. But wow, that this has 2-out rally written all over it. We'll see if this is the start of something good for Jal.
So now it'll be Peyton Lujan to the plate. Yeah, all of Jal's runners have come with 2 outs.
Right.
So now Peyton 0 for 1, struck out looking her last time up. So the Lady Panther lefty center fielder in. Showing she's going to be swinging away. Melanson at first. In the first pitch, she will take a hack at a rising fastball. Strike 1. So the 0 ball, 1 strike count. Jal down 2-1. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. On a warm morning here in Albuquerque. East side of Albuquerque. The 0-1. Fastball misses away, and things even up, and a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there wasn't much breeze early on, but occasionally we are getting some gusts here and there, and it feels good actually because that sun is hot, and now we're starting to get in some sun. At least I am.
A little bit, yeah. The 1 ball, 1 strike count, and that'll be a shot, and that trying to backhand it is Medrano, picks it up, and no play. So what do you think? Is that an error, or was that one hit too hard to do it? Because she tried to backhand it instead of coming in on it.
Right. It could go either way.
I'm going to call it an E6. I wished I could call it a hit, but I'm calling it an E6. No matter how you look at it, though, the line keeps moving for the Lady Panthers as Caden Lujan to the plate. We'll say this, after my lesson 4 or 5 years ago, during the opening day of the state tournament, I try and stay out of the sun, and I wear pants and sunblock now.
Yeah, it got blistered pretty good that day.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd degree burns on my legs was not fun. That one will be in there to Caden, strike 1.
Yeah, call strike on the outside corner. She's a lefty.
Caden struck out in the first, grounded out to Medrano in the 3rd, but now 2 on, 2 outs. Jal down by 1, top of the lineup at the plate. Caden takes that pitch and gets a piece of it and right back into the screen hard. And so now down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. You would hate to come up empty threatening. Hard to do with 2 outs, though, against a quality pitcher.
It is hard to leave to LOB, and Jal has already left 4 runners on base so far in this game.
Lujan with the slightly split grip from the left side gets right up on the plate. 0-2 pitch swung on, and that went off of the fist and over to the on-deck circle where Darden pacing around like a caged animal. She wants to get up there, I think.
Protecting the plate, hanging tough there with 2 strikes on her.
So runner at first is Peyton Lujan. Runner at second is Isla Medrano. And so Melanson. I'll get it right third time. Too many M's on the field. That a chop shot, but right into the glove of Chatterley at first, and she will step on the bag herself. So the Lady Panther mini rally chopped off by the grounder to Chatterley at first. So Jal threatens but comes up empty in the fourth. We head to the fifth. It is Raton 2, Jal 1. Lady Panther softball continues. Jal Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Facebook from Kicks 103.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And welcome back. In the bottom of the fourth inning, there were no runs on one hit, one error committed, two left on base. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Your score, Raton 2, Jal 1. Raton batting, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Lady Tigers. That'll be Medina, Lemons, and Chatterley. So the Lady Panthers need to get a quiet inning. Except for the first, they have not had a clean one. They'd like clean and quiet here, but hard to do against 2, 3, and 4. So Medina singled to right her last time up, and she'll take the first pitch right down the slot. That'll be strike one. So no ball, one strike count.
Nice picks by Butts, who is, sort of been quiet on the mound, but Jal's been taking care of business except for those 2 runs.
And that will tail outside, even things up at 1-1.
They've had too many fielding errors.
3 errors,
yep,
yeah.
That's been the
difference right now in the ball game.
Butts is getting the job done. She's got 1 strikeout and 3 walks.
One pitch, and that one took something off of it. That was the changeup, and that one screams in there at about half normal speed. Medina not ready for that one at all, and just watches strike 2.
Nice
Butts
pitch.
hadn't thrown that changeup just a whole lot, but it is effective when she does. And the 1-2 swung on, and right back in the middle of the line, shot into the glove of Butts. That's catch it or wear it. She chooses to catch it, and that'll be out number 1.
And lucky it was, as low as it would have been catch it or eat it. And sometimes when those screamers head right back to you, it can be scary, which is why, a lot of pitchers do choose to wear a face mask, because that is frightening. You hope that your reflexes and your glove will come up to get that ball that's hit right back to you, and it did that time.
Lemons 0 for 2, and she'll take the first one out of the zone for ball number 1. Lined out to Darden in the first, then grounded out to Lujan in the third. So her third at bat, nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Butts will deal, swung on, that's a chopper. Lujan at third, handles it on the bounce, fires across the diamond to Melanson. Plenty of time, easy peasy, 5-3 for out number 2.
Wow, and I think maybe 5 or 6 pitches total being pitched so far with these 2 outs. Pretty efficient. Jal wants to get back in the dugout and see if they can't catch up and go ahead of Raton. 2-1, your score now.
So Chatterley singled to right back in the second. She takes the first pitch. She sees right back up the middle, and that one is a hard shot to Lujan out in center. So the 2 out, right back up the middle, a hard grounder for Chatterley, and the 2-out single will bring up Quintana.
And, there's a reason why she's batting 4th in the lineup. Chatterley has 2 singles in the game so far, and she had a fly out, but it was a long fly at the fence.
So now Quintana of bomb pop bat fame will settle in. She reached on a walk and scored her last time up. She'll take that one in the air out to left field. Charging in on it is Navarrete, and will make the grab for out number 3. So all of a sudden, Raton starts jumping on early pitches, but Jal's defense does what they need to do. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Raton 2, Jal 1. Lady Panther softball back in a minute.
State Farm agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of Jal Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
It's Lady Panthers state softball action. Top of the fifth inning, Raton scored no runs on one hit. There were no errors, one left. Fifth, and Jal coming up to the plate. They trail 2-1 with the call. Here's DJ Miracle.
Darden, Butts, and Sauceda, 2, 3, and 4 due up for your Lady Panthers. Darden reaching on an error. Her last time up and scoring the Lady Panthers' lone run so far this morning. She squares around a bunt late and pulls it back as Middlebrook's pitch sails away for ball number 1. Middlebrook still in the circle. Medina still her battery mate. Chatterley, Marquez, Medrano, Quintana, the infield still first to third. Vigil, Lemons, Finelli, the outfield left to right. On a 1-ball, no strike pitch, Middlebrook will deal and popping up the bunt. And right back into our faces, evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Jal has had 3 hits in this game, and they have left. Six on base. Yeah, so too many left on base and too many errors in this game jumping out, and they trail only by 1, and they can catch up right here.
1-1 pitch and swung on and missed as Darden
swung under that a little.
Yep, she did. I don't know what exactly she was expecting, but he won that one. So now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That gives the pitcher a lot more options because she knows she's got balls to give. And Jal running out of outs. Not time to panic yet, though. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to just miss low. Good eye for Darden. That one was a little close for my life.
Yeah, she crouched on it. She flinched, but she didn't offer. But it was close. 2-2 the count now.
Middle infielders are playing in for Raton. They've still got kind of that wonky configuration in the outfield. And the 2-2 inside. Tried to pull the string on the curve, but did not break. So that'll run the count full to Darden. So it's a little bit funny, the contrast, as Raton has gotten more and more aggressive hitting. Jal seems to have gotten a little more patient hitting. And this is another full count, the third one we've seen in just the last inning for the Lady Panthers. As that one sails high, ball 4, working the leadoff walk, Darden. Third walk issued by Middlebrook, and now it'll be Butts to the plate.
And potential tying run at first, potential go-ahead run at the plate.
Jonna Butts 2 for 2. Singled and was left stranded in the first, had the RBI double and was left stranded in the third. But now a chance for the Lady Panther pitcher to help her own cause from the left side. She shows bunt, pulls it back up as the runner goes. Good throw down, and yep, she's burned.
Yep.
Darden didn't get a great jump. Medina with a good arm throws her out, and Medrano, the shortstop, covers and tags her out. So it'll be 2-6 for out number 1 and wipe out the Lady Panthers tying run on the base paths.
That's tough, but Jonna Butts can get the job done, get on base, maybe even get around. She's got 2 of the 3 Jal hits in this game so far, and her bunt was not a true bunt attempt. It was meant to help screen out a throw and delay that throw by the catcher. Didn't work this time.
And now it's a no ball, 1 strike count. Credit where credit's due. Medina threw a strike down there. The pitch swung on. That one is hit in the air, but foul out of play, left side. So now Jonna down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. So the 0-2 count. Lady Panthers trailing by a score of 2-1. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Keeping an eye on our power supply here. We're still okay for the moment. And Butts will take that one. It is a chopper. Medrano on the bounce. Snow cones it, fires it across the diamond. Not in time as Butts beats out the throw. That one was a little bit low. Chatterley scooped it out. but Butts beat it out anyway. So it'll be an infield single. So Butts with 3 of the Lady Panthers' 4 hits. And if you're a Lady Panther fan right now, you're going, what if? 2 on and nobody out. Instead, you got 1 on, 1 out, and Sauceda to the plate.
And she's worked a walk twice in this game. So she's been on twice. She got thrown out and got stranded.
Lady Panther catcher with the good eye, and the riser is high for ball 1.
She does not have a real big strike zone as it is, so it may be just a little bit harder to pitch to her.
Middlebrook takes the deep breath, reascends the rubber on the first base side, and she'll deal. Swung on, popped up into shallow right field. Finelli over with it and makes the grab and then turns it and fires it in quickly as Butts has to scramble back to first to beat out the throw, and does. So Sauceda, the pop out to right, and there is 2 down for the Lady Panthers now with Navarrete to the plate. Interesting to note, Darden was the first Lady Panther to reach in this ball game with less than 2 outs. But now there's 2 outs again. So let's see if we can get runners on and moved around like we have before.
Just the second plate appearance for Navarrete there.
0 for 2, a strikeout victim, then a fielder's choice. As that one in the dirt, Medina having to crab walk over into the right-handed batter's box.
Well,
and looks Butts back over to first. It'll be ball 1.
Jal does not get too nervous with 2 outs at them as batters. They've been able to do a lot of damage that way.
Yes, they have.
Although making only 1 run out of all that.
1-0 pitch swung on, and the riser fouled off over to the field next door.
Navarrete slapping at a high one, but that may be her jam.
So that'll even the count at a ball and a strike. As fresh softballs come in to the umpire. Navarrete with the stare out towards Middlebrook in the ring. Now they're both set. Medina sets up outside, and the pitch, the riser, swung on, and that one fouled as Coach Lujan fields it in the Lady Panther dugout door. Strike 2. The umpire says, yeah, bring me that one back in. It'll save me one for later.
Yeah. He's reloaded one side at least.
The 1-2 strike count. Navarrete awaits, and that one fouled off. So she's fouled off 3 straight pretty good pitches there from Middlebrook. 2-1, Raton in the lead here on the Jal Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and on the Kicks 103 Hobbs Facebook page as we click towards 11 a.m. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 down. This is a winner's bracket semifinal. Winner moves on to play Loving tomorrow afternoon. 1-2 pitch, that one rolls in, evens things up at 2-2. So a 2-2 strike count.
If Navarrete
Middlebrook asking for a different softball.
Sometimes you just don't like the feel. Sometimes a softball, occasionally you get a softball that has real ridges are standing up on that thing more than others, and it gives you a really it gives you a really harsh feel, and that just happens sometimes out of so many batches. Yeah, you find one with really high ridges, stitching is standing up.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Lady Panthers get a girl on but cannot move her around. We head to the 6th. It is Raton 2, Jal 1. Lady Panther State Tournament Softball. Back in a minute.
State Farm Agent Mike.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation, electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
And welcome back to Lady Panthers State Softball action. Bottom of the fifth inning, Jal scored no runs on one hit. There were no errors committed, one left on base. So we go to the top of the sixth inning. Raton coming up to the bat. They lead 2-1, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. So for Raton, with that 2-1 lead, it'll be Middlebrook, V Hill, and Finelli. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Tigers as they would like to add some insurance against a tough Lady Panthers team. Loser will play the winner of Hojo and Mora tomorrow morning, 9:30. The loser, or that'll be the loser. The winner plays Loving at noon tomorrow. So Middlebrook will step in to lead it off, and she'll take the first pitch from Butts, still in the circle, high for ball number 1.
And Middlebrook grounded out her last time up. She walked and got thrown out, or her courtesy runner got thrown out first time up. So she's over.
Butts and Sauceda, still your battery. 1-0 high for ball number 2. Melanson, Nieto, Darden, Lujan on the infield first to third. Then Navarrete, Lujan, and Rodriguez in the outfield from left to right. So a 2-ball, no strike count to Middlebrook at the plate. Game 1 of our state tournament doubleheader here today. The pitch high for ball number 3 as Middlebrook just going to watch that one. Butts has given up 3 walks in the ball game.
She has struck out 1.
She has, very first batter that she faced.
Yep, and no hit by pitches by either batter so far in this game.
So it'll be a 3-ball, no strike count, and the pitch, and the green light was given for the Raton pitcher.
I think I said that wrong. No hit by pitches by either pitcher in this game against any batter in this game. There you go.
I think that works.
All right.
I'm going to blame it on the being over a mile high up here.
It could be.
It could be the sun starting to kind of peek through in the one little crack here.
All right.
And the pitch, and that one is right down the slot for strike 2. Middlebrook takes off like she thinks ball 4, and the ump goes, come back, young lady, full count.
Yep, 3-2. And that'll happen a lot of times. If you decide as a batter to call your own ball or strike and you take off for first, if it's close enough, that ump's likely to throw up that hand.
It looked like strike 2.
Yeah, it did. It did.
That'll be ball 4, though, no question about that one. 4th walk issued by Butts. And so it'll be the leadoff runner on the base pass. I bet we see Herrera. Yes, we will. So Herrera comes on to run for Raton, is now V Hill to the plate. An RBI single her last time up, and she has scored one of the 2 runs for this Raton team. So she's going to have to check the wristband see for sure what Coach Barksdale was calling. Maybe hit and run with Herrera on running at first, and the first pitch is up and in, ball 1. Snap throw down to first. Melanson goes to tag her, and she is taken off for second. Melanson looks over and fires to second instead of just, that's just muscle memory, as the first baseman on the broadcast can attest to. You know, a lot of times you're taught, grab it, throw it down because they're coming back. Well, Herrera didn't come back. So she will get the stolen base, and it was ball 1 at the plate to V Hill. So a 1-ball, no strike count to V Hill. Now a runner in scoring position for Raton. Pitch swung on, popped up, and out of play, right side and off the stands.
That was probably going to be a ball. It was a little bit high, and in fact, she swung at it and caught the underside of the ball and spun it back.
So the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Herrera running for Middlebrook, stands at second. Lady Panthers in at the corners. Swung on, and that one with authority off of the halfway up post for strike 2.
That was a nice pitch by Butts. She really brought the heat on that. It was a good fastball over the outside corner, looked like.
1-ball, 2 strike count. Both of these pitchers very deliberate. Butts moves slightly more towards the middle of the rubber now. And the 1-2 took some off of it. There's the change-up. Ring her up and sit her down.
Change-up. And what was beautiful about that change-up is that Butts did not telegraph it. Her motion, her delivery and her motion looked the same as it has for her other pitches. And that's how you do a true change-up. And then the ball just floats up over there. And she got the SO on it.
So Finelli will step in now with 1 on, 1 out. And the first pitch from her, fastball, she will shoot that one foul over to the right side. Strike number 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Raton with the 2-1 lead. We're in the top of the 6th inning.
It's been very, very tight game.
Yes, it has been. And And the pitch swung on, and that will be strike number 2. I think we may be getting ready to lose our power here. So
okay. So
we'll keep it running as long as we can and then switch out battery packs. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Butts ready to deal, and she will, and that one is just outside for ball number 1.
As Finelli reached on an error and got stranded her last time up, she popped out to the first baseman her first time up. So again, she's over. And if she finds her way on,
1-2 swung on, and that one is out of play. So the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Marquez is on deck, and then back up to the top of the order to Materano.
So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Both of these pitchers, as the sun has kind of started bearing down a little more, have slowed down considerably. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. As Sita flashes the sign, Butts ready, 1-2, swung on, getting a piece of that one to stay alive. As Finelli had choked up basically halfway to the sweet spot.
And that was high. That was probably at or above the letters, but she swatted at it. Maybe that's she likes to try to swat at the high ones. Maybe she was protecting the plate.
Sita sets up outside and the pitch. That one's high for ball 2. So things even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Runner at second is Herrera running for Middlebrook, who worked the leadoff walk. Then a strikeout for V. Hill, and now Finelli with the count 2-2. Butts deals, and that one is at the top of the zone. Ringer up, sit her down.
And on the outside corner as well. And I thought Finelli was going to go for it because she's chased a couple of high ones. But she let that one go, and I tell you what, Butts made her pay for it.
So 2 down as Marquez to the plate now. 0 for 1, popped out to Darden back in the 3rd. Then walked and was left stranded in the 4th. And she'll take the first pitch. That one twirls in right at the corner.
Yep.
Shaves the outside corner, strike 1.
That was just a slower version of the pitch that sent Finelli down. That really was the same place, just a lot slower. Nice placement. Butts looking good.
0-1, and there's the fastball at the knees, but low.
Butts actually looks like she's gaining strength through this. You know, even though her pace has slowed down, just like Middlebrooks, it looks like she's getting stronger as a pitcher through this.
1 ball, 1 strike count. The delivery, and that one sails away.
Good speed on it, though. She just got away from her just a little bit, started breaking way too early.
Pitch that I know John has got in the arsenal. I think we've seen maybe once. She does have a breaking ball, and I'm not sure we've seen it, but maybe once today. Maybe thinking the control's not quite there on it. And she will throw the riser on that one. And I guess technically a rising fastball is a breaking ball because it moves.
Right, that's
up,
true.
Down or left, right.
Right,
so.
yeah, breaking ball doesn't necessarily mean just left or right. 2-2 the count on Marquez, who swung way under that pitch.
So a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Marquez. Jal trying to get out of the jam and get back to the dugout, trailing by 1. Butts asks Sauceda to run through him again. Now she's got what she wants, and there's the changeup. Ring her up, sit her down. So a leadoff walk and then strike out the side as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Raton 2, Jal 1. Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball continues here on the Jal Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Kicks 103 Facebook.
In a small town like Jal, New Mexico, it's great to know that families, businesses, co-workers, and kids all take pride in their school and community, just like they do at Fulco Trucking. Owners Rowdy and Bridget are proud of their Jal Panthers, and they wish them great success today and in all future adventures. Fulco Trucking, your source for water hauling and steam washing. Call 575-395-3178. Fulco Trucking, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lady Panthers State Softball action. There were no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And so we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jal coming to the plate. They trail by 1, 2-1 the score with the call. Here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Rodriguez leads it off for the Lady Panthers as Middlebrook has what she wants, and she'll deal. And that one just a little oopsie, trying to get out of the way of it, bunt. And so a leadoff bunt, and they are going to say fair ball as Rodriguez ducks out of the way of it, leaves the bat in front of her face and right up the first baseline, and then outruns it from Medina. Wow, that's the oopsie. If Emmy Lujan smiles any bigger, I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk is going to try and bounce a satellite beam off of it.
Leadoff single, though, no matter how it's done, but it really was a slow roller and put Rodriguez on. She's got good speed as well, and Nieto is up next.
0 for 2 and due for Nieto. Runner at first, and she'll take the first pitch and foul that one back to the chain link for strike one.
And I think it would have been a call strike. It came in well. She decided just a little late to go ahead and swing at that.
But sometimes all you need is the oopsie to get things moving.
That's true. That was what I call a swinging bunt, you know.
Well, she didn't even really swing at it. She was ducking out of the way of an inside pitch, and it just hit the bat.
I don't know. I think she was, it was, I think, a little
one
half
delivery
of each.
on the way, swung on, popped up right side, out of play, strike two.
Yeah, I think it was a little of each there, a little of each. But it got the job done.
Hey, whatever it takes.
You bet. You get on any way you can.
Middlebrook just kind of shook her head when that one happened as she went back to the ring. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Runner at first is Rodriguez with the oopsie bloop single that she beat out. And the 0-2, and then check swing. Did she go? Throw down to second, and that one is the error they might have needed as it gets away from Medrano, and then a throw over to third is diving in as Rodriguez. And she hits the bag as it bounces off of the Jal dugout and back out into the hands of Middlebrook, who was backing it up. So Rodriguez will steal second and then move to third on the E2. And it is ball one at the plate to Nieto, and now the tying run 60 feet away.
And
nobody
outs.
out.
That's right, no outs.
So now a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Nieto at the plate. Runner at third is Rodriguez. Can Jal cash in on the error, the third error of the game by Raton. That one sails high, ball 2.
I tell you, Medina had to reach up and grab that one, snatch that one out of the air. Otherwise, it would have gone to the backstop and might have scored a run, at least an attempt to get home on that.
So we've got a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Nobody out. I don't think you're going to be that aggressive.
No, and
Middlebrook deals the 2-2, and that fastball is going to be on the inside corner, called strike 3. So down goes Nieto looking, and then catches a little bit of a sleepy throwback from Medina, and stealing home is Rodriguez as she dives in on the lazy throwback.
Yeah, steal home.
The Lady Panthers steal home on a lazy throw and tie this one up at 2 apiece.
So 1 out, and now bases are cleared, but we got a brand new ball game.
So now Melanson to the plate. She is 1 for 2. Singled to Ryder last time, up a rocket shot out there.
And that's a lesson. When there's a runner on third, you can't lose focus. You can't turn your back on the ball, on the batter, on the bag, on the runner, anything.
First pitch to Melanson, fastball inside corner. Yes, ma'am, strike 1.
Yeah, and I think that's a little Middlebrook, a little frustration there because she had come in and covered on that throw over to third when
the error,
yes,
yeah.
And she had really worked it, and I think she's just a little frustrated with the error.
0-1, that one, the riser sails high for ball 2, so a 2 ball, no strike count.
One strike, I think. Didn't they have the call?
I think it's 2-2.
Okay, 2-2.
Or I'm sorry, 0-2.
Oh, 0-2. Okay, so.
Of course, my stupid backward book.
There was 1-2 now.
There was a pitch, and that one will be low, so I'm pretty sure that's ball 1. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
All right.
So 1-2 the count. 2-2 the score. A stolen base for home after Rodriguez moved over on the error, so the little bloop single. And then an error pays off for the Lady Panthers. The 1-2 swung on. That's a line shot going to find its way through into center field. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Melanson rounds first. Not great speed. Heads towards second. The play in is a bad throw as Marquez short arms it to Medrano, and that will let Melanson dive into second. So it'll be a 1-out double to center for Melanson.
And I think she was diving for it and would have been safe no matter. That throw was not a good one and was thrown down and hit the dirt, but it was not going to get her out because the throw did not get near the bag.
And here comes Coach Barksdale. He wants to settle his squad down. While we have a moment, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there on your screen. We could not do it without their help and support. Of course, here at the Albuquerque portion of the state tournament, we are not allowed to live video stream. But we appreciate those folks making it possible for us to bring you the audio and the score bug as well. That falls within the purview of what we can do here. Of course, remember, we never charge you to watch and listen to your kids and teams play. Game one of our doubleheader today, Eunice will be in action here in about 45 minutes at the field next door. So one of us is going to have to take off and run over there and set up here in a few minutes. So Lujan will step in. That's Peyton Lujan after the meeting at the mound breaks up. And a runner in scoring position, and Jal trying to take the lead going to the 7th inning, which for us in timing purposes would be fantastic. So Lujan 0 for 2 did reach on an error her last time up and was left stranded. So Lujan will step in. Runner in scoring position is Melanson. And the first pitch as Peyton takes that one right down the slot, strike one. She may not see a better pitch than that all tournament.
Yeah, just the one out, one run having scored, another in scoring position, and with that sliding double out there by Melanson. And Jal in business big time here to keep the line moving and keep the score going up.
One pitch swung on. That's a chopper over towards short. Handled on the bounce by Metarano, and she bounces it in over to first.
Bad throw.
It was a bad throw, and so another error putting the pressure on. That'll be the E6, second error of the inning. And so Jal in business back to the top of the lineup with Lujan as Middlebrook just looks disgusted in the circle. And I think some of that was Metarano having to rush the throw to get the speedy Lujan. Just kind of short-armed it.
Yeah, she just knew that the pressure was on and just threw that ball down. There are some first basemen, who might have been able to dig that out. It was, it was pretty badly thrown, but, you could have said coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's still an E on the throw. But some first basemen might have been able to save that, but it still would have been saving a bad throw.
Two errors that are in the books and a mental error on just kind of a lazy throw back to the mound has tied this one up, and now Jal with the momentum firmly planted in Lee County's favor, and the first pitch to Lujan is high for ball number one. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Melanson at second, Peyton Lujan at first. Caden Lujan at the plate. Jal with a run across have tied this one up.
Caitlin Lujan, the leadoff batter for Jal, and she is due today. She's 0 for 3.
That one is going to be high for ball number two.
Strikeout, ground out, and then into a first baseman unassisted play. So she definitely has she's itching to hit, and no better time to do it than now with two on.
She's going to show bunt. Up in the count 2-0. Now we'll pull it back as that one going to sail away for ball three. And if you can work the walk here, it loads them up. Now that's not necessarily the worst thing because it puts a force anywhere for Raton, but you also have to weigh that in with a hit, scores multiple runs.
Yeah, this is just a decoy, trying to psych out the pitcher.
And it works because that'll be ball four. So that'll load them up as Caden trots to first, Peyton to second, and Melanson to third. Fourth walk issued by Middlebrook, and here comes Coach Barksdale again.
Yep.
I think that'll do it for Middlebrook.
Just the one out, bases loaded. Here we are in the, bottom of the 6th inning. So tick-tock, time is tight. We'll see if he does. I don't think he's going to change. I think he's just talking to him.
I thought if you went out one time in an inning, if you went out a second time, you had to pull him. Maybe that's the baseball rule. There are still some differences in baseball and softball in the rules. And so the ump not giving them a whole lot of time this time. Of course, big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them, you hear them. We could not do it without that. And the ump says, yeah, that's number 2, Coach. She's got to come out next time.
And he nodded and said, okay.
So now Abby Darden struck out in the first, reached via an error and scored in the third. Walked and was thrown out attempting to steal in the 5th, but now a chance to be the heroine with the bases loaded and just one out. The Luhans at first and second, Melanson at third, and Middlebrook struggling. Medina sets up over the middle. Middlebrook deals, swung on, and foul tipped. As Darden wanted to be the hero, but just misfires a little bit on strike one. Remember here, too, a walk is as good as a hit.
And that was a pretty good pitch by Middlebrook, a middle speed pitch and right on the inside corner.
So you got a no ball, 1 strike count. The wind and the pitch. That one rolls in and going to bounce. Medina does a nice job blocking that one out to keep it in front of her. Saves a run, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Darden back in. If there is a death glare that can be had, Middlebrook just had it staring in at Darden. And the pitch, Darden pops it up over on the right side. Could be playable. Reaching out for it, but not able to get to it is Chatterley. Medina giving chase, too. And so Darden gets another break there.
One more.
Down 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jal, sigh of relief there. One more step, and she probably would have had it in her glove.
So now 1 and 2. Darden going to have to protect the plate. Middlebrook and Medina getting on the same page pitching wides. Bends over at the waist, stares in. The windmill delivery swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Chatterley calls everybody off and will make the grab. Darden just swinging up at it. I think maybe trying a little too hard to be the hero there, and pops it out for out number 2. So now it'll be Jonna Butts' turn. She is 3 for 3, and a chance to really help her own cause here. Yeah, the dirt flying around pretty good.
Yeah, this is a natural surface, and it's all
not
sand
as bad as
infield.
Be tomorrow,
yeah, not natural sand. I did wet it down, but it is starting to fly up pretty good here.
So Butts will step in, bases loaded, 2 outs. That one will bounce into Medina, ball number 1. Again, a walk is as good as a hit here because it gets the run in.
Yeah, but Butts has had 3 hits.
The last one, an infield single.
Yeah, she's had 3 hits. All 3 times at bat have been productive for her here for Jal.
The pitcher-on-pitcher matchup so far, the lefty Jal pitcher winning. That one will squirrel outside. A little late break on that one, but missing for ball 2. So it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Butts at the plate.
And Middlebrook probably pitching to her just a little bit carefully because she knows she's, so far, she's the biggest bat, the biggest threat on this Jal team. And she's not the only threat. I'm not saying that.
She can't just walk her, so.
Exactly.
And the 2-0 outside, ball 3.
Ooh, now.
Luhans at first and second. Caden at first, Peyton at second.
And at the very beginning of this,
Melanson at third.
At the very beginning of this at bat, I heard some Jal fans behind us saying, "Hey, make her pitch to you. You just make her pitch to you."
On the 3-0 pitch, that one is going to be inside. Ball 4, and the walk RBI
walk. Yeah.
Cashes in Melanson, and Jal takes the 3-2 lead.
And even though that's just the 3rd walk issued, I believe, by a middle.
That's
4th.
the 5th one.
Oh, the 5th. 1, 2. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I just hadn't written them down.
So the 5th walk will give the Lady Panthers the 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and now it'll be Sauceda to the plate.
She had 3 coming into this at bat, and now 2 walks in it. Has 5. That's where my 3 was coming from.
And so the bases still loaded. Peyton Lujan at third, Caden Lujan at second. Jonna Butts running for herself at first.
2 outs.
Nera Sauceda at the plate. Bases loaded, and that one will be low and in for ball number 1. The Lady Panthers, if they can hold on to win this one, would move on to play a familiar foe in Loving tomorrow. Top of the lineup, due up for Raton, though, but they got to get out of this half inning first.
And Jal has the lead now, 3-2.
And the pitch from Middlebrook, and that one is going to be on the inside corner, knee high. And so finds the strike zone when she has to. Sauceda steps out, takes the deep breath, and now back in. Middlebrook studying the wristband a whole lot more this last inning or so. Moves slightly more towards the middle of the pitching rubber for this pitch, and she'll deal that one. That one's low and in, blocked out by Medina, ball 2. So a 2 ball, no strike count. as the Lady Panthers and the Lady Tigers of Raton going at it. 3-2, bases loaded. Jal with 2 across this inning to take the 3-2 lead. As Middlebrook will deal to Sauceda. 2-1 swung on in the air down the right line and right, and that one will be foul by about 5 feet. It is at least a 5-2 ball game if that one's 10 feet further left.
Yeah.
Not, it's just strike 2 and evens the count at 2-2.
Would have been big trouble for Raton for sure.
Again, due up for Raton in their half. They'll turn it over to the top. Materano, Medina, and Lemons. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Sauceda. Jal trying to punch their ticket through to the winner's bracket championship game tomorrow afternoon. And the pitch, and that one will be inside. Ball 3.
Ooh.
That one was pretty close. Sauceda, being the catcher, has a pretty good idea of the zone, but that one looked a little bit too close for comfort.
It was very close.
So the full count to Sauceda. Medina sets up outside. Middlebrook deals, and that one bounces in and rolls in. Back-to-back RBI walks, and Jal now up by 2, a 4-2 ball game. As that will cash in Peyton Lujan. Caden Lujan to third. Jonna Butts to second, and Sauceda down to first. Gotta think Sauceda will come in to run for her. She will. So Sauceda in for Sauceda. And the Lady Panthers have batted around now as Aaliyah Navarrete to the plate. Navarrete 0 for 3. But you would love to get more runs and keep the line moving, put some insurance on the board if you're the Lady Panthers. So Navarrete will step in, bases loaded. 2 down, Jal in the lead. Middlebrook deals, swung on. That'll be a slow roll. It could be trouble. It is muffed by Quintana. She has to eat it. It'll be an E5, and the Lady Panthers score again.
Wow.
Lujan will score on another error.
And the wheels really coming off for Raton in this at bat for Jal here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, that one she knocked down. It wasn't an error until she picked it up with her glove and then dropped it. So it would have been an infield hit. I wished I could credit it as an RBI hit. I cannot. It is an error, but the Panthers have batted around, and now it'll be Rodriguez to the plate. Had the oopsie infield single to start things off, and the first pitch to Rodriguez is out of the zone, ball 1.
Still 2 outs. You know, most of this has happened again with
2 outs.
2 outs. Jal has made a habit of that. It's good to know that it doesn't scare them, you know, to try to play well and with 2 outs on him.
That will be high to Rodriguez for ball number 2. Now you've got Navarrete at first, Sauceda at second, Butts at third. 4 runs across this inning. Jal up 5-2, a 3-run lead going into the 7th. Middlebrook just trying to get out of this to give her Lady Tigers a chance. That one going to roll in, ball 3. And it's not like Jal has just lit her up either. I mean, you had the oopsie, accident single to start things off.
That was about 6 inches off the ground there, not exactly on the ground, but just barely above the plate for sure.
And now a 3-0 count. The question is, I don't think Rodriguez is going to have the green light here.
Oh.
And the 3-0 and is in there for 3-1. And yeah, take sign on all the way as Middlebrook is really starting to struggle as Jal has just Frankensteined this one together. Errors, walks, bloop hits. If it can be done, Jal's pretty much done it in this half inning. 3-1 delivery. That one is going to sail up and in. Ball 4.
Whoa.
So an RBI walk for Kari Rodriguez as that'll cash in Jonna Butts. And now it is 6-2 in favor of these Lady Panthers. Sauceda to third, Navarrete to second, and the line keeps moving. And here comes Coach Middlebrook. That will do it as he is out of talking points. So I don't know who he is going to put in here, but the Lady Panthers have moved the line. And so we'll have a straight swap in the field. And so the new pitcher, looks like for Raton, is going to be Quintana. So Quintana will move over for Middlebrook. As Middlebrook all of a sudden trouble finding the zone, finishes up with 6 walks. So that'll be a straight change will take a timeout with the pitching change and come back as the bottom of the 6th inning continues. Jal 6, Raton 2. Jal Lady Panther Softball is here on Jal Sports YouTube. Please subscribe. HobbsAmerica.com and the Kicks 103 Facebook page.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
Welcome back to Jal Lady Panthers State Tournament Softball as they chase Middlebrook in the bottom of the 6th inning as a 1-2-3-4-5 run half inning has put Jal up by a score of 6-2. New pitcher on will be Quintana, who comes over from third base as Jal batting around as Mayron Nieto to the plate. She's 0 for 3. Bases are loaded. So you've got Rodriguez at first, Navarrete at second, Sauceda at third, running for Sauceda. So Quintana with 2 outs. So Nieto, and just looking at it, Nieto is now the only Lady Panther who has not reached base. So she'd like to keep the line moving here. First pitch and swung on, and that one fouled into the screening in front of the Raton dugout for strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Great to have you with us. Battery holding for the moment. So the pitch off speed, swung on and missed, strike 2. After this half inning, I'll be moving over to the next field. I think you'll have enough to make it through the game, Dawn, on the battery pack. So a no ball, 2 strike count because we got to get over there and get set up.
Right.
So a no ball, 2 strike count as this game has already taken 2+ hours.
Yeah, crazy.
And the 0-2 pitch off speed, swung on, popped up over on the left side as Middlebrook over, and she will make the grab for out number 3. But the damage is done as 5 runs come across for the Jal Lady Panthers. We go to the 7th. It is Jal 6 and Raton 2. We'll be back after this. Lady Panther Softball continues.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
And welcome back to Lady Panthers State Softball action as we are finally out of what was a wheels come off, bat around, and then some for Jal. And Jal surged ahead of Raton. 6-2 is your score right now. And we are headed into the 7th inning here. And the pressure is now on Raton. They've got to come up with 4 runs to tie it and 5 to go ahead as the home team. Jal will have the last bat. So we will go to the top of the 7th inning. Coming up, it's the top of the order. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and the first pitch is going to be a little outside for ball 1. So top of the 7th inning. 1-0 count, and that is Moderado. And that is going to miss a little outside for ball number 2. So 2-0 count. It's Jal looking to upset Raton. Jal coming in as the 6th seed and Raton seated 2nd. And that definitely hits the zone. Jonna Butts, starting pitcher, still in the circle for Jal. She's got 4 strikeouts, 4 walks in this one. And has gotten stronger as the game has gone on. Yep, there is a call, strike on the outside corner. She started off fine. She started off with a strikeout and has just gotten stronger. She struck out the side in the top of the 6th inning. That one's going to float high and miss and run the count full. And while she got stronger in the circle, or at least so far, certainly has, the starting pitcher Middlebrook just kind of had a meltdown and just gradually got a little weaker. That's going to be a foul pop out of play just behind third base bag. Count remains full, 3-2 on Materano. Medina is on deck, Lemons in the hole. And the pressure is on. It's do or die time for Raton. They've got to have offensive production here. Got to have offensive production. And TJ Miracle has gone over to the other field. He left his scorebook. I hope he has a second one in his bag. He may have a backup. And strike, call, strike for out number 1. And Jonna Butts has her 5th strikeout of the game. And a good time for it, as now Raton down to 2 outs to come up with 4 runs to tie and 5 to move ahead. Even if they moved ahead, Jal would have the last at bat. And that brings up Medina, the catcher, to the plate. And Medina had a line out, a ground out, and hit a single and got stranded. This is her 4th plate appearance for Raton. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. I believe that is a 1-1 count now on her. Medina at the plate, Lemons on deck, Chatterley in the hole. Now, if they get that far, Jonna Butts and the Lady Panthers would like to get them 3 up, 3 down here and win the game and move on to tomorrow. Oh, a hard shot straight back to the middle. Almost hit Butts. It goes out to center field, and Peyton Lujan picks it up and throws it in. But Medina is on with a single. 1 out and 1 on now here. And to the plate is Paige Lemon, center fielder. She's had 2 ground outs and a line out, so she's 0 for 3. 4th plate appearance. 1 out, 1 on, runner on first. And that's going to hit the outside corner for call, strike 1. As this game, as TJ had mentioned before, he had to pick everything up and move over and get everything set up. The Eunice girls are playing their game. These are the only 2 scheduled games for Lee County teams today here at Los Altos Field. And that game scheduled to start at noon, but there's kind of no way of knowing if everything's on time over there or not. What we do know is everybody who's scheduled to play on this field after this game is here, and now in the stands are waiting and wondering how much longer the other guy have to wait. There's a changeup, but it hangs up, and now a throw down to second to see if they got her. No, safe. So sliding safely in was Medina. So a runner in scoring position now for Raton. Swing and a miss. Strike. A nice pitch, a breaking ball outside corner. Well done. So 1 out to runner on second. Raton trying to put together a little comeback, but they've got a bit of a hole to dig themselves out of, and that's going to miss high and outside as Sauceda comes out from behind the plate, threatening to throw down as Medina's dancing off the bag a little bit. Doesn't throw. 2 strikes on this batter, and that's going to miss high. So I believe hit count is full now. Oh, did they hit her? Or was that ball 4? I think that may have hit her. So runners on first and second now. Still 1 out. And Tess Chatterley, first baseman, to the plate now. Follow left field. Coming in and picking it up as Navarrete throws it into third and holds her on. A good play out in left field. Saves the run, but it loads the bases. First pitch she saw. So now Medina on third, Lemons on second, and Chatterley at first. Bases loaded, 1 out. And are we going to have a courtesy runner or a courtesy batter? Not sure. I think that's a courtesy runner on first. I didn't catch who that is. And number 8, Jalen Quintana up to the plate. So 1 out, bases loaded. This would be the potential tying run at the plate. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Raton is batting. They trail by 4, 1 out, bases loaded now. And that's going to be a ball outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. I've still got green showing on the battery pack, so thinking we're still okay there. So having to keep an eye on that to see if we've still got power. Swing and a miss. So a 2-2 count on Quintana. 1 out, bases loaded. Jonna Butts trying to pitch herself out of some trouble here. And needs sharp fielding from Jal as well, and that's going to miss to run the count full now. So full count, bases loaded, and it is full count, I believe. Nope, 2-2. I had it as full. It is 2-2. Swing and a miss, got her. Got her swinging, going down as Quintana swung under it and just a little late on it. Nice pitch from Jonna Butts for out number 2, and that's strikeout number 6 for Butts. And that brings up Middlebrook to the plate, who started off as the pitcher and then had to go to third base after a series of walks and RBI walks by Jal in that last at bat in the bottom of the 6th. Middlebrook taking over third base, just swapping with third baseman. Swing and a high fly ball headed out to left field. It falls in front of Navarrete. Will score 1, will score 2. A slide in, the ball's dropped. So it is a 2 RBI single, and she moves over on the throw. So Middlebrook with a 2 RBI single moves over to second on the throw, and that cashed in Medina at the plate, Lemons at the plate, and moved Chatterley over to third. So runners on second and third now, 2 in, and we have a 6-4 ball game with 2 outs. And the Coach Barksdale coming up to talk to the ump. I don't know if I think he's a courtesy runner from Middlebrook. So courtesy runner from Middlebrook, and I believe that is going to be Herrera again. So Herrera is running from Middlebrook at second, and that is Chatterley at third. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Raton trails by 2, trying to catch up and keep themselves from going into the losers bracket here. First pitch into V-Hill is a call strike on the outside corner. V-Hill with a strikeout her last time up, an RBI single, and scored her second time up, reached on a fielder's choice. Ooh, and a call strike on the outside corner. And now Raton is down to their final strike. They've shaved it down to a 6-4 ball game. And they're looking to keep it running, but Jal wants to just end their threat right here. And that is going to be a line drive shot just past the glove of the second baseman. And it's going to score 2, and we're tied up. We're tied. 6-all. We're tied. Wow. As V. Hill with a line drive shot out to right field. 2 RBI. A 2 RBI double, and she went to third on the throw. But cashed in Chatterley and Herrera, the courtesy runner. So 2 outs. We're tied. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. Strike number 1. That is Daja Finelli, the right fielder, up to the plate.
Come on, ladies.
So 0-1 count. A runner on third. Swing and a grounder. And it gets by the third baseman, picked up by the shortstop, Darden, who throws it, but not in time. It gets by the glove. I don't think that Lujan got a glove on it, so it got by her. It's not an error, and Darden picked it up and made the throw, but just didn't make it in time. So that is going to score. It's going to be a single, an RBI single, and it will score 1. And now it is 7-6 in favor of Raton. Improbably came into this last at bat, and they have done a lot of damage with 2 outs on them. So 7-6 your score. 2 outs, a runner on first, and it's bottom of the lineup. Vea Marquez to the plate, and she hits the first one. It's a foul ball. And Melanson hustled trying to reach it. I don't think it was possible for anybody to get to that in time, but it was a foul ball out of play just beyond the Raton dugout. So it becomes a strike. So still 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning here. Raton came in trailing 6-2, and now they're leading 7-6. A throw down to second base on the attempted steal. Did they get her? Yes, and that does it. They burn her down. A nice throw. Sauceda 2-6 to get to burn Finelli and end the threat. So 7-6 is your score right now. Raton is taking the lead, but Jal gets a chance to get that run back and win it in the bottom of the second if they can. We'll be back with more Lady Panthers state softball action coming up.
State Farm agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of Jal Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Wellington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
All right, welcome back to Lady Panthers softball action on Jal Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Kicks 103 Facebook page. So we're kind of scrambling behind the scenes here. Bottom of the 7th inning. In the top of the 7th, Raton put 5 runs across on 5 hits. There were no errors, nobody left on base. Bottom of the 7th, and now it's do or die time for Jal. They've got to come up with one. Oh, a smoker down the third base line, fair. and wow, that was not Peyton Lujan. It was, I think, was it yeah, now that was Melanson. So Peyton Lujan is your batter up now. So Melanson with a single, and Jal is in business here. No outs, Peyton Lujan up to the plate. All right, bottom of the 7th, no outs. Raton leading 7-6. The potential tying runs on first. The potential winning run is at the plate in the form of Peyton Lujan. Reached on an error and scored her last time up. Reached on an error and got stranded her second time up. Struck out her first time up. So she's technically still over in this game and due. Left-handed batter. All right, and a swing and a miss. Way outside on that one. So 2 strikes on her. No outs, a runner on first. Jal must put 1 across to tie and force extra innings 2 to win. A swing and a low grounder headed over to first, and picking it up unassisted. Chatterley reaches the bag. Yes. No, it's not tie. 7-6. 7-6. All right, so out 3 unassisted in the book. Sorry, I was fielding a question. 3. And that comes in high. So 1 out. A runner at second, though, as Melanson was able to advance to second. She's in scoring position now, just the 1 out. And it is top of the order. Caitlin Lujan up to the plate again. Ball in the dirt. As Lujan walked and scored her last time up and had 2 putouts and a strikeout. And that's going to be a strike on the inside corner, a call strike. Let's see, I need to check my count. I hope the ump puts up the count. He does not. I've got at least a 1-1 count on her, but I believe it's more. Swing and a miss, and that's it. Yeah, she had 2 strikes on her. So a swing and a miss, and no, that's just 2. Okay. The way she acted, I thought she was striking out, going the dugout. So I was right. There was just 1 strike on her, and that was the second strike. Swing and a line drive shot right over the pitcher out into center field, and a throw, a heck of a throw, actually coming into home plate just to